And good evening, and gents, when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely positively not. Thank you for joining me, whether you're on the Facebook page, the Instagram page, or the Thaddeus Matthews YouTube channel. Today has been a busy day as I continue to deal with the murder of young Dolph. And I got so much information that I have spent my entire day looking into things. I'm going to do a show tomorrow night when I deal with the fact that Pamela Hill, the owner of Macias, is a crook, and how she was arrested for forgery. We'll deal with that on tomorrow night. There is so much that is happening with this case. And Madam C.J. Davis, the police chief, let me speak to you. Let me say something to you. I know that we have dislike for each other, and probably more so for me, for you not being functional as the police chief and allowing Jim Strickland to tell you not to meet with me because I'm unreasonable, when I have information that you could use that could actually more than likely solve this particular murder. I got information today from a source that states that Raven Winton, the daughter of the Hills, was part of the setup for the assassination of Dolph. In that, and the information I got names of shooters, but it also states that Dolph, on his way to the cookie shop, called and said, "I'm on my way to get me some cookies." And that the daughter made contact with the killers and said that he is on the way. It behooves me how, if he was in your business with his back to the door, how is it that you at the counter didn't see somebody running up to get ready to kill him? How is it that I'm finding out that the young man that we see running out of the car is actually an employee of Macias? It is my opinion that Macias is deep in the shed. Yeah, that's my belief. For legal purposes, I ain't gonna say that it's absolutely so, but for the purpose of me saying it, I believe, me individually, I believe that Macias Cookies is a cover-up for some other illegal activities. That's my belief. Okay? And we will deal more into that on tomorrow night. But I pulled some information on Pamela D. Hill, which shows that in 2018, Pamela D. Hill was arrested on a forgery charge of $10,000 to $60,000, where she forged one of her son's signature on a quitclaim deed and stole the goddamn house and caused him to lose over $33,000. You know I got the paperwork, and I will post the paperwork later tonight. Who is this motherfucker here?
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Why are you calling me?
Is this the radio? This is Johnny Lasseter.
Sir, I don't give a fuck who you is. Why the fuck you calling
Let
me?
me tell you something, McQuarrie.
Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck who you is or who your mammy is either. The beginning of my show is, and I don't want to hear from all you illiterate motherfuckers that don't know a motherfucking thing. I don't want to talk to you. Let me tell you something. This Makita situation, and I'm going to tell you again, this is not an out-of-town situation. This is a situation with jealous, envious folk that were around Dolph. And we'll get more into that on tomorrow night. I'm going to even tell you that the casket that they put in him in, which is called a Promethean. And y'all know I was around the funeral business most of my life. That was a knockoff casket. Okay? The real Promethean is made by Batesville. The Batesville name was not on that casket. On the end of the casket, where Batesville is always stamped on the Promethean. So they probably paid $60,000 for a casket that's a knockoff. Okay? But I'll go into that more as well. Okay? And you silly motherfuckers, I will not be talking to you dumb motherfuckers. Go play with yourself in the shower. Because this ain't it tonight. Okay? This is not it. No one's investigation that is on social media has been as into it as mine. I don't care whether it's the shade room, the shade tree, or the water pond. This is the shit I do, and this is the shit I've been doing for 41 years when most of these folk on these blogs and things... Man, don't call me no motherfucking phone.
Press 1.
Wait a
To
minute.
send a voicemail, press 2.
Man, why the fuck you keep on calling me? You're nobody to me. Man, I don't give a fuck who you are.
Enough on me now. I don't appreciate it.
Man, suck my dick.
I don't appreciate you.
Suck my dick. Man, fuck you.
Look here, Red. Let me tell you something, Red. I will come to Mississippi and it will be on up there, Red.
Man, first of all, I'm not in Mississippi. But if you come to Memphis, I'll bust. If you come to Memphis, brother, I will bust a cap. Brother, I will bust a cap in you. Brother, I will bust a cap in you.
You didn't pay my choir when they came up there and sung, Red.
Man, fuck you.
My choir came up there and sung and you didn't even pay him.
Man, you brought me your song. Wait a minute. Did you say you brought me your song?
What kind of establishment are you running up there in Mississippi or wherever the hell you at?
You gave me a song.
I said my choir came up there and sung at the church. And you supposed to give the love offering and you ain't giving shit.
Who was it?
That's what I'm saying.
Who was it?
Huh?
Who was it?
We go to St. John. We go to Greater St. John's out of Cleveland, Ohio. And we came up there and the choir sung and everything. And they told me you ain't giving nothing. They told me to look for it. They told me you was
first of all, you are an irrelevant motherfucker that I don't give a damn about you. Mammy didn't give a damn about you. And you're a lying motherfucker. Man, kiss the shit that may be left from my ass from this morning. Man, motherfuck you. Motherfuck you. I don't know what that motherfucker talking about. Shit. Why I get all the crazy motherfuckers? I'm going to be speaking tonight. I wanted to be halfway professional on tonight. During the Cheryl Wright incident, I met a psychic. Makitas is a black business uplifting them. Fuck Makitas. They're a bunch of motherfucking crooks. Fuck Makitas. And them being a black business, what the fuck is this supposed to mean to me? That they're a black business. They're a bunch of black motherfuckers that is involved in my opinion, in legal processes. And they are the cause of the death of young Dolph. So don't give me that bullshit about a black business. I don't give a fuck about them being no black business. Fuck that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. It's a black business, but this motherfucker, Pamela Hill, was arrested for forgery. She forged her own son's signature on some paperwork to steal his house. So if she'll steal from her son, what the fuck you think she'll do for the rest of the community? Do I believe that the daughter had something to do with the death of Dolph? Do I believe that they set him up for murder? Yes. But now, as I was saying, I'm going to talk with a psychic. We have not talked about the case. We worked on the Cheryl Wright, Lorenzen Wright situation. A lot of what was given to me by noted psychic Abagail Noel came out to be factual. Let me see if I can get her on the phone.
Hello, Thaddeus.
Hey Abigail, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, sir?
I'm holding on, and thank you for joining me tonight on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Abigail, the boys, the young Doss situation is one that has wrecked this community. And I called you because I found out about your accuracy when we were involved in the Cheryl Wright, Lorenzen Wright murder. And I wanted to find out what your feelings were on this particular situation. Many people in the audience will not understand what a psychic does. And as we start this off, can you explain what your gifts are and how they are used?
Absolutely. And not to correct you at all, because you're using the term that's most often used, which is psychic. But psychic is actually just a biological state. Anyone can use their psychic nature and their psychic biology to hear prophetically, to hear God prophetically. And so when I am working with spirit, and when I'm working with someone who's crossed over, a soul essence of someone who's crossed over, I'm always working with Christ Yeshua, aka Jesus Christ, and the one that I call Abba or Dad, the Father. I don't ever work with spirit without both of them, and I have heard the Father's voice and seen the face of Jesus since I was my first memory at 2.5 years old.
Okay.
So there's a big difference between someone who just claims to be psychic, typically works with a general spirit guide. Sometimes they don't even have a particular relationship with Jesus and with the Father. So that would be the difference. And so I'm not so much psychic as I am a prophetic channel.
Okay.
If the difference makes sense. I don't go anywhere without God. And so going back into that, and anyone can hear the voice of God. I've worked as a therapist in private practice since 2010, assisting other people in remembering how to hear his voice for the purpose of divine direction in their own life.
Okay. As we start this, Abigail, I don't know whether it's an interview or question you. I'll let you tell me what you see as far as this case is concerned yourself.
Well, first I wanted to, thank you for reaching out and asking about the case. I think you were the third or fourth time that someone had brought it up to me, and I'm sort of I've been taking a break from that type of work, working. I work a lot of cases. Most of the cases I work are just for everyday people, not such high-profile cases as this one. And again, I started with, Lorenzen Wright's case back in 2010. Since then, I've worked probably easily 100 cases, and I've done a ton of work. And this is where I wanted to go with Dolph's case, young Dolph. And I didn't know anything about him. I'm not, I don't read the newspaper. I'm kind of old school at this point. I don't know a lot of current music, and I certainly wasn't very knowledgeable on the Memphis rap scene. And so I've learned a lot today because, yesterday when you reached out, I went ahead and I tapped into and I asked God if first of all, if Spirit wanted me to participate in the process. And Young Dolph's energy came through very quickly. And so I'll just jump into the case. So, I got the go-ahead from Spirit to read this case. But again, I'm sort of retired. I'm taking some time off from doing this work because working with the trauma and feeling so much emotion all the time can be very draining, and it has kind of taken its toll on me over the years. But going back to that, this case, for anyone that doesn't know, I have a website called Justice, the number 4 Prince.com. Of course, we also still have the website justiceforlorenzenwright.com. He does not have full justice in his case either, even with the arrests that were made. But going back to that, I've done a lot of work with Prince Rogers Nelson, who was murdered in 2016 by the record industry. And so going into Young Dolph, what I would tell you is their record industry is behind this. Not so much, it's more personal than that, though, and it's very Memphis. And there's another artist involved. What happens is there's a gang that runs the entertainment industry, and this gang functions just like a street gang. And Young Dolph was busting some moves, and again, I mentioned this to you, that there's also a big feeling, a piece, same feel as the Nipsey Hussle case. That this person was, and I don't know anything about him, so maybe you can validate some of this, but I feel like Young Dolph was definitely a huge inspiration. He was a very positive.
Let me say something to my audience, Abagail. And I'm looking at the comments, and those of you who are disrespectful, and you're asking about lotteries and all this, I'm automatically blocking your ass. Okay? This is something serious. If you're being rude, I am going to block you, and you'll never be able to come back. This ain't about no goddamn lotteries. This ain't about when Jesus is coming back. None of that stuff. If you want to be disrespectful on somebody else's page, because I ain't asking you no questions. I am going to block your ass. Now let me see another one. Go ahead, Abagail.
Okay, thank you for that. And for anyone who doesn't know, too, the way that I work is called evidentiary mediumship. And in all of these cases, I bring through very specific details that I could not possibly have known. And so it literally proves the case by math and science standards. Now, with Young Dolph's case, it's a little bit different. And this is kind of wild because, again, I didn't know anything about him. But what I found out after I did the reading yesterday was that it's all in alignment. So what came through with me was that another artist, another rapper is involved. And the way that that the gang works, you can call them the Illuminati, the Cabal, however that is, and it trickles on down because again, this did come from higher up, and I'll get into that in a moment because let me just say who it's already in the news. He already tried to hit him before. So we're talking about Yogati, Yogati. And so I don't think I'm going to be speaking anything tonight that many people don't already suspect. Maybe I can just help to validate it because, again, and you can ask God if I'm speaking the truth. He'll tell you I am. I didn't know anything about Young Dolph. I didn't even know who Young Gotti was. In fact, Yogati came through because when I Googled other Memphis rappers and I put in his name, this story came up. And when I read his name, I got full chills. So just to let people know how I work. So you can Google this and see that Yo Gotti had a hit on him. I think back in 2017, shot up his SUV, and I think put him in the hospital. I'm not sure. I try not to get into the news or into the internet. What I can tell you is that what came through in this case first was that it felt very much like Nipsey Hussle's case. That this was a man that was making a lot of independent moves, which I found out was true. He was producing his own music, and you're not allowed to do that in the industry because when you do that, you're taking money, out of the pockets of some very big people. So let's talk about this. Yo Gotti has 3 record labels that he's currently working with. Interscope, and Interscope's parent company is Warner Brothers, one of the most evil record labels. That's why Prince is dead. And let's talk about this too. These record labels. So when you don't sign with one of these record labels and you choose to make your music independently, like Nipsey Hussle, like Tupac, like Prince did, you're taking money out of the mouths of other people in the industry. So let's talk about this one. Rock Nation is another one of Yo Gotti's labels. Jay-Z is involved in that, and we all know Jay-Z's in the Illuminati. He's as one-eyed as the day is long. That's not a nice guy. I hope I'm not offending anybody, but if you didn't know that Jay-Z is not a nice person, you do now. Ask God. So you see what I'm saying? This was all about money, the label, and I also feel that there was retaliation. There was something very personal. I don't know why Yo Gotti had something very personal. But there was a lot of anger. It was also very personal. Like I think he felt like Young Dolph was on his turf or stepping in his territory, somehow taking from him. So retaliation was the word that I kept hearing as well. So again, and again, this is very local and very personal between these Memphis rappers, which I believe has started kind of like a gang war. It feels like there's a fraction of, or a gang that's behind or supports Yo Gotti, and then there are people, in the streets, in the gang that support Young Dolph, and it's created quite a bit of violence as well, which I think was, I guess, they knew it was going to happen. I mean, it's almost like that was part of the program. So I don't know if you have any questions or if this.
Yeah, I got a bunch of questions, Abigail, and I just wanted you to lay the groundwork. And again, Instagram, I'm blocking. Okay, whoever this chef person was is gone. Abigail, as we look at the murder of young Dolph, and we see what happened that day, do you believe that there was a setup on the day of the murder?
Now, what do you mean by that? That they set it up that day? I think it was planned for quite some time.
Okay.
And I'm not sure. What I don't believe, somebody sent me something and it said that the cookie store set him up. And I can always be wrong. I just have to do my best, to stand on my rock and go with what comes through first. I do not believe that the cookie store set him up. I believe what got him was his car. That was so easy to identify. A camouflage Corvette, like that's pretty easy to see. It's not very undercover. And I believe maybe he had been followed for some time and they had been waiting for the opportunity to do this.
All right, let me give you the information I got today.
Mm-hmm.
The information that came to me, and I got a long letter from someone who gave me the names of who they said were the shooters.
Mm-hmm.
They also said, and I'm going to go to it and read exactly what they said to me without calling the names of the individuals that they say are the shooters. Uh, Now, I am one that believes that Makia's, the shop, has something to do with it. And I'm trying to get to the letter that I was sent.
Okay.
All right. Damn, a lot of it has disappeared. It was in my Instagram box. But it said in essence that he was going naturally to get some cookies and that he called in saying that I'm coming to get the cookies and that I was told that the daughter of the owners made the call to these two individuals and told these individuals that he's on the way and that these individuals were already Paul, waiting for him to get there. And that they came into the shop and they shot him. Now, there are several stories that Makita's tell, and we don't know which story is absolutely the truth. I've been told that the police supposed to have the tape of the inside of what went on. So, in my belief, and in what I've been doing, Abigail, I believe that Makita's or Shakita's or whatever it is definitely involved. I also found out today that the mother, one of the owners of Makia's, has criminal history as far as forgery and things of that nature, which I've been able to document. Um, so, you know,
Yeah. I got to tell you that's sad to my heart. And again, when I say I could always be wrong on that, because a lot of times my just being naive, my naivety, can come through. And to me, I hate to think of shop owners. My understanding is that he had supported them and he supported local black-owned businesses, and for him to have supported them the way that he did, and for someone at the business to have turned on him would be really sad to me. And again, that could be absolutely right. The reading that I got focused very much on the music industry, the other rapper, which I believe is as much as I could possibly say. I'm standing on that rock was Yo Gotti. And then when I saw that he had already had a hit on Young Dolph before, it made total sense, especially when I see his involvement with Interscope Records, which is the parent company is Warner Brothers.
mm-hmm.
And I've, with the work that I've done with Prince, and in other cases, I don't know if the audience doesn't know, but much of the work I've done in the last 6 years has been down in Los Angeles. We do First Amendment demonstrations and rallies to end tyranny in the entertainment industry, and for these cases, and I've been fighting for the murder of Prince Rogers Nelson since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So I've really gotten to understand how the industry works and how it functions, just like the gangs on the street. And so it's very easy, especially for the hip-hop industry, because a lot of these kids come up through the streets already. Being in the gang is already part of their life. So it's no different to be run the same way and to follow the same rules. You just make more money. when you get higher up and you get into the music industry. So I hope I'm making sense, but the reading that I got focused more and the energy focused more on the industry being what killed young Dolph again, and it was once again because he was an artist coming up, and it was twofold because he was such an inspiration to people. It was almost like the industry couldn't hold him down. He had too much magnetism. He had too much raw talent. And he was a go-getter. He was going to produce his own music. He didn't need to sign with anybody. I also feel that he made some music executive angry. I don't know if it was, turning down a contract or, what that was, but it's somewhere along the way he made somebody in the music industry angry. And you'll see Yo Gotti will now get elevated in the industry because of the hit on Young Dolph. It's called Thinning the Herd, and it's regularly done. These artists are offered contracts, new contracts, gigs, and money, and oftentimes the price for their fame, they have to murder somebody. They have to take somebody out. That's also how they keep basically safe in the industry when everybody's got dirt on everyone else and everyone knows they've got something on them. It keeps people quiet. So I hope I'm making sense with that. So again, I couldn't say that there wasn't, maybe they did, maybe Makitas got paid. Maybe they got paid, and they're the type of people that wouldn't mind profiting, off a man's death. But man, again, maybe that's just, me. I don't like to think that there's people out there like that. You couldn't pay me. There isn't enough money anyone could offer me for me to be part of taking somebody's life. I wouldn't want to live with that. There's a lot of money. So,
but there are individuals out there, Abigail, that you don't have to give but a little money to, and they'll do something to someone. And I'm going to stick with the premise of believing from a lot of things that I've investigated and that I have not even brought up yet, that Makitas is definitely involved. But let's go to another area. The shooters. Who are the shooters? Were the shooters people who wanted record deals? Because one of the things that I'm hearing that one of the shooters was supposed to have been put on Front Street by Dolph to become a major rap singers or something of that nature. Who do you think?
I believe that's true. And again, kind of to explain how people work after we talk, I will continue working on the case. I don't really. There's a certain point maybe I'll stop working on a case after years, but I could work on a case for a year and a half, just like a detective or an investigator does. You go back to it and you re-question and you ask God for further validation on different details. So, as I said, I could over the next 3 days say, you know what? I've received validation. I believe you are absolutely right. I believe Makitas was involved. Shocked the heck out of me, but I think you're right, Thaddeus. And so again, that's why I always say I could be wrong on anything. But going back to that, and I was going to bring that up, is that there could also be another artist involved, not just Yo Gotti, in this. And so yes, I wouldn't say that both of them are. Possibly one of them could be. And this is just, I'm not sure where to put this. I wasn't sure I was even going to bring it up because I hadn't been able to figure out where to put this. But I was also shown someone who's got tattoos on their neck, and I haven't been able to place that because that's certainly not it's not Young Dolph, and it's not Yo Gotti that I could see either. So that could be one of the shooters, and that was just something very random that came up. And he may have a tattoo. It sounds kind of crazy, but maybe for his mother. I feel like one of the shooters or somebody's involved, their mother has crossed, and they could also have a tattoo.
Their mother has did what?
Pardon me?
You said their mother has did what?
Had possibly crossed, died. and that they might have something tattooed on them in her memory.
I mean, define what you mean right there, Abagail.
That tattoos were something that was brought up for me, and I haven't figured out where to place them, so it could be one of the shooters. And also that, yes, one of the shooters could also be in the music industry, a rapper who's on his way up, who is going to also get paid with elevation. So that could definitely be a possibility as well. But I'm going to go back and say that Yo Gotti's behind it. He's the one that orchestrated this, and I believe paid to have it carried out. So the two shooters that went in there are being paid. I see them as lower level.
And and I have not, and I've been investigating this thing now about 2 weeks. The name of Yo Gotti has come up, but there has not been anything credible that would substantiate that Gotti was behind this.
Well, when you're working in the industry, it's just like with Prince Rogers Nelson. His chef was the last person that saw him that night, and without getting into all of the details, but the drugs, he had enough drugs in his system to kill an adult-sized elephant. No one accidentally takes that many drugs.
And wait a minute, who had drugs in their system?
Well, I'm talking about this case. So going back to what you're saying is that oftentimes when you are working with the industry, you're not going to be able to tie the murder to the person who really orchestrated it. Makes sense? This came down from high up. That's my understanding. This would have come down from high up in the record industry. It played out through, I believe, this feud between Yo Gotti and Young Dolph that's been going on for a number of years. And then what happens is people have to choose their sides and their loyalty. So is their loyalty to Yo Gotti or is their loyalty to Young Dolph? Well, that depends. Who's gonna move them up in the industry? Where's the opportunity? So you don't always see all the people. That's what I'm saying. When you're dealing with a music industry death, which I believe this is, I believe that this goes higher up. That there are people very high up in the music industry that know exactly what happened to Young Dolph.
So do you think that this is a personal hit?
Yo Gotti and anyone in his crew will be elevated. Makes sense? Just like if you are in the music industry and see, you've got Yo Gotti, he's working Rock Nation. He works with Jay-Z already.
Okay.
Makes sense? So you've got little gangs within the music industry as well. And Young Dolph wasn't playing that game. He went independent. Just like Prince, just like Nipsey, just like Tupac. They're all dead. Any artist that goes independent and chooses to make independent music, because ultimately he's taking money out of Warner Brothers' pocket. Makes sense? By not signing with one of these record labels. And it's funny because people say, oh, he's not with Warner Brothers, he's with Interscope. The parent company for Interscope is Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers runs almost the whole show. Warner Brothers and Sony run the entire music industry. Warner Brothers has Rhino. Warner Brothers has Elektra. See what I mean? They've all been gobbled up. There's only two main record companies truly within the industry anymore, and that's Warner Brothers and Sony. So again, this is playing out as a local feud between two rappers. But it goes up higher than that because, again, Young Dolph is making and producing his own money. He's going outside of these record labels, which takes money out of the executives' pockets because the population we're only going to spend so much money on music, right? And if we're buying from an independent label, again, that's taking money out of the pockets ultimately of Warner Brothers and Sony, because he's not signed with one of these labels, or it's taking money out of Jay-Z's pockets.
I wanted to go back to that message that I was sent, but somehow it has been, it's been on my page in my DM all day, and it mysteriously, and because I didn't take time because I had so many of them coming in, I didn't screenshot it. Uh, and because the name Key Glock came up, uh, the name, and these are names I'm not familiar with uh, who that is. Uh, then somebody by the name of Murder Mail came up. I don't know who that is. But from the information that I was getting that has now disappeared, and I read it enough to remember most of it, is that there was a deal that didn't happen the way it was supposed to happen. That one of the persons had been promised to be elevated in the ranks by young Dolph, and then it just didn't happen. And they got tired of waiting. And the hit was then put in place, and the hit was put in place with the assistance, okay, uh, of the daughter, Ed Macias, who made a call and said he'll be here in 20 minutes. The letter that came to me stated that they were waiting for him to get there. I can't go with the fact that his camouflage car was there. Okay? Um, because, hell, nobody would have known the second, even though everybody knows his car, would not have known that he was going to automatically be there. And I do believe that the call came from the inside, stating that he's on his way. We have not seen the tapes from the inside, but as small as that space is, and they say that he was there on the phone, it would seem that the people at the counter that was giving him the 4 cookies would have seen somebody coming up with guns in their hand. We're also being told that the person that ran out to the car when it was leaving was a employee of the cookie company. And my question with that is, if you are an employee of the cookie company and you were there, where did you get the rifle from all of a sudden to run out there and act as though you shooting at the murderers? What else you see, Abagail? Abigail?
Yeah. No, I'm just kind of doing my best to tap into that day because, again, the energy that came through for me has much more to do with the, I'd say higher up. I feel like the people that, and again, could the cookie company, I mean, when you speak it, it sounds very convincing. I would have to work on that. I don't think that it had to happen that way. I think that they could have been following him. I mean, I think that was a place that he went on a regular basis anyway. So I really don't know. I really don't know. I don't see much about.
He stopped at the service station right next to the cookie company. There's video that shows him getting out of his car. Why didn't they get him while he was out of his car at the gas pump going into the store? Why was the wait made until he got to the cookie company?
Well, see, that's why what I say is the energy I get is that that's just the timing that worked for them, and the energy that I'm feeling is that the hit has been out on him for a while. It's almost like it was inevitable that this was going to happen. I don't feel like, so it doesn't feel like something that just happened suddenly in a 2-day period. I feels like there was a time frame. And again, they Yo Gotti made a hit on him in 2017. I mean, I read an entire article about that, and I had full chills when I read that. I said, wow, so this is Yo Gotti again. And before I even had the name Yo Gotti, what came from me, and this is how I work with spirit, is they go right to basically the catalyst. The two shooters, they could have paid anybody to do this. And again, yes, there's retaliation, and yes, I do believe that at least one, it doesn't feel like both of the shooters, but yes, one of the shooters, definitely, it was personal on some level. So that felt really right when you said that there was some sort of promise or some deal made that someone felt that young Dolph didn't hold his end up to. That feels very right. That feels very right. And I would also say, though, that that's not the only thing. It's almost like this disgruntled person, one of those shooters, okay, I would say is also involved with Yo Gotti. It's almost like if you wanted someone killed, like Yo Gotti wants to get young Dolph out of the way. And again, I feel like there's a beef between Yo Gotti and young Dolph. I can feel like friction, anger, there, especially from Yo Gotti towards young Dolph.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're angry at somebody and you want them out, you're going to know if someone else in the industry, especially if they are in music as well, is disgruntled with young Dolph. You're going to go to that person, right, and say, look, he didn't come through for you. I'm going to pay you and elevate you. You take him out, and we'll move you up. And that's what I believe happened. Again, did the cookie company? I'll have to work on that because I really hesitate because I don't want to tell everybody, the cookie company, that they're bad people if they're not. And I know you've done your research. You and I work differently, and so I haven't done any research on that. And when I do a reading, God tends to take me to the absolute catalyst for why young Dolph is dead, and that I would say is the music industry, and I would say it's Yo Gotti, and he may have grabbed this disgruntled rapper that felt like young Dolph didn't hold up the deal he made with him, so he's pissed, and that disgruntled person was used and paid and promised elevation to carry out the murder, because Yo Gotti is not going to put the blood on his hands. You know what I mean? Like, that's, it's not the way it works. And the reason I was talking about Prince is because, Prince's chef was the one who killed him. His sister was involved, but ultimately Warner Brothers is the one that contracted the hit on Prince.
Right. And to the person that's on my site, Diane, I ain't taking Makitos out of a goddamn thing. Okay? I'm not taking them out of it. I'm talking to somebody that's on my site, because I'm getting all these opinions from motherfuckers that don't know shit. You're going on a substance. You have not worked this case. You still have not been out there. You want to go on the fact that this is a black business. Fuck it being a black business. If they did wrong, they did wrong. Okay.
Yes. Yes. And I got to tell you, this is the way it works. When you said it was a female. I think you said the daughter of Makitos.
Yes.
That started to feel better, meaning that it's not possibly, I'm not sure. Maybe everyone didn't know about it. I don't know. Maybe it was one person involved. I wouldn't want to blame everybody at the business. I'm not.
So are you saying that it could be more so of this person that I'm mentioning than the whole business?
Yes, when you brought up a female calling, that felt more so the individual or the female. That's the only time I ever got maybe what I would say a little hit or a little bit of chills down my right.
Okay. So
yeah. But again, the reason that I never thought prophetically in that direction is made himself a pretty easy hit.
Okay.
You see what I mean? He was very public. I mean, he was at the church giving out turkeys. Apparently, and I think it was in Yogati's neighborhood too. You know what I mean? So it's almost like he's thumbing his nose. You know, he's just like giving Yogati the middle finger, like, dude, I'm just gonna come give out turkeys in your neighborhood when he knows that Yogati has had a hit on him, you know, and tried to kill him before. So I feel like young Dolph was very brave. I feel like he walked pretty fearlessly. Again, I got this big piece that he was a very inspiring artist, and Hollywood doesn't like that. People get very jealous of people who have a natural magnetism and an ability to inspire, and also raw talent. And again, never heard his music. I don't know anything about him, but I feel like there was a certain amount of jealousy involved in the industry with young Dolph as well. Was he a pretty positive individual and role model? Is that accurate?
Say that again.
Was young Dolph a very positive and inspiring, you know, sort of a role model?
Yeah, he was a philanthropist. He did the turkey thing, and he did so many other things. So he was, in my opinion, yes, a very positive person.
And I'd say I would also go so far that he probably spoke out against the industry as well. I mean, he was already, you know, producing his own music and working independently, and that's a huge no-no. Historically, any artist that does that, look at Triple X, Extension, Lil Peep. Okay, so go back to any of these artists that have natural raw talent, that are inspiring, that are making big moves independently. They end up getting killed every time. So you know, again, yes, there's a lot of local feuding going on and local involvement in this, but this came down from high up. Ultimately, he was taking money out of big executives' pockets. And then Yogati and anyone in his crew. So again, yes, I feel there's someone who is disgruntled by some type of deal that they didn't feel that young Dolph held up his side, and that could very well be one of the shooters, because that energy is very much in the reading. But you know, Yogati will be elevated somehow, some way. So
Do you think
contract, new concert deal, tour.
Do you think that the killers are still in Memphis?
I gotta know when you asked.
You got to do what now?
My first initial feeling on that was no.
You think
And
that
I don't know if
you think that they've
don't
left
know
town?
Pardon me?
You think that they've left town?
That's you, and again, that's a hard one for me to answer because
Okay.
my human self, my ego, I would leave town, and I'm sure they just got paid well for what they did, and I'm sure they're involved with some major players, and some major players know what they just did. So I would think they had a plan to get out of town immediately. I mean, so again, it's tough to read something when your ego is coming that strong. But
Okay.
before you even finished asking, I felt and heard a no. So I do not believe they're still in town.
Okay. Do you think you know?
There may be an Atlanta connection. I don't know what that is, but there could very well be an Atlanta connection.
You know, we worked on the show Right Thing a long time. Do you think that this is a case that's going to be solved, or will this go into cold cases?
I really tried to work on that and see that yesterday when I was spending time with this case. on whether this would be one that's solved. I guess this is I was like, see, I don't think that this case will be fully solved or come to full light for some time.
Is it the fact that there are too many players in this game that it'll be hard to pin one person down to this?
Yes, and again for yes, and to prove or to trace, you know, who was actually behind it and why. And until something big breaks in the music industry, and until we have proof, and I believe that a big case like Prince's is going to have to be solved before all of these other cases. I mean, and again, Triple X extension, he was murdered. Little Peep was murdered. Tupac was murdered. Nipsey Hussle was murdered. He was murdered by the CIA, for crying out loud. That's no joke. Nipsey Hussle was making huge moves in Los Angeles, buying up property, bringing together the Bloods and the Crips. Our government doesn't want that to happen for a lot of different reasons, and that's a deep topic. But, you know, going back to, you know, that something really big is going to have to be uncovered and exposed to the public so that the majority of the people understand what's going on in the entertainment industry, especially in the music industry, especially in the hip-hop and gang, hip-hop and rap industry, and how this gang is literally running things and controlling the artists and the arts. And until that happens, I don't think that cases like Young Dolph are going to get full justice. We might see some partial justice. You might see a patsy go down. Somebody might turn evidence, but it's never going to get as high up as, not at this time. It's not going to get up as high up as it needs to go. And I don't even know the man, but it's Yo Gotti that needs to be incarcerated. So, and Warner Brothers needs to come down. They're one of the most corrupt corporations on the planet. So, and so, you know, so is Sony, so is CAA. The entire entertainment industry is corrupt.
There was another question of, okay, because of the murder of young Dolph, will there be more murders behind this?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
And what are the murders that's going to happen about?
I'm not sure how to answer that question.
Let's see. Why are the killings continuously taking place?
You know, I wish I could, answer that. Retaliation is the only word that comes in this gang mentality that's really got to end. The gang mentality, it's all about power, it's greed, money, jealousy, position. You know, there's probably, I'm not sure, then you've got drugs involved, which don't have anything to do with this. Makes sense? So, neighborhoods, retaliation. So, and again, I don't believe that drugs were why young Dolph was killed. I don't think it has anything to do with that. This is an industry hit. That's my interpretation. This is a music industry hit on an independent artist that could not be controlled by the labels.
Okay. Okay.
And then there's a lot of personal jealousy that has got turf war here in the
Okay.
West. Major turf war.
Okay.
And then once he dies, then the gangs start fighting. I mean, who knows why, why they continue fighting at that point. But once the violence gets started, the black on black gang violence, which is mainly what's going on, which I find so sad.
So what else do you see, Abigail, as far as this case is concerned?
Um, I don't have any idea why I'm saying this, but it keeps coming in. I see full justice and transparency in this case in about 7 years, and I really feel that Yogati will be incarcerated. I feel like it will get that high, and this could sound crazy to your listeners, but I've seen this for years. Houses like Warner Brothers and Sony, they're going to come down. Many things are going. Many murders in the industry are going to be exposed, and people are also going to find out that these record labels and the agencies, that like CAA that houses and William Morris that houses most of the actors in Hollywood. These agencies and labels, they're allowed to keep life insurance policies on these performers. And when I say life insurance policies, we're talking $100 million or more for some of these entertainers. And so these entertainers end up being worth more dead than alive, and that makes them very easily controlled. Makes sense? And so a lot of these entertainers in these houses are making so much money. So when people start finding out how corrupt the entertainment industry is and how they are murdering people for profit, literally treating entertainers like commodities, then all of this is going to start being exposed, and you're going to see a lot of celebrities ending up incarcerated with prison time, and you're going to see these labels and these houses like CAA and Sony, Warner Music. They're going to come down. They're not going to exist any longer, and art is going to go back to literally. It's going to become more and more independent.
Okay. So
you're not going to see,
and we go back to the point that the record companies do not want artists to be independent or artists that own their own masters or anything of that nature.
Correct. Correct.
And I think that he turned down. I think he turned down $22 million from from the record company. Do you think that also has something to do with you turned down my offer, now you're going to try to do this on your own?
Oh, well, Thaddeus, see, that's what I'm telling you. I was shown that Young Dolph pissed off a record executive, okay, or more than one, but definitely pissed off a record executive and a label, like really made them mad, and that put the mark on his head. They decide, then what the record label does is they use one of their artists, okay? So that's why I'm saying it was probably Warner Brothers or Interscope, somebody affiliated with Warner Brothers. That's what I feel. I feel like Warner Brothers is involved in this case. And what happens is then they go to one of the other artists and they offer them elevation, okay, in exchange for murdering Young Dolph. They call it thinning the herd. Thinning the herd. So they'll tell them, look, we'll elevate you and you'll get this music gig and you get another album out and blah, blah, blah. And we'll get you on a concert tour and you'll be featured on the Grammys, okay? But you need to hit Young Dolph. We need to thin the herd. This motherfucker, pardon me, this guy's out here making music independently and taking money out of your pocket and my pocket and Jay-Z's pocket. because he's making his music independently. That is a no-no in the industry. You don't make your music or your movies independently, or you're marked. You're marked. That's just like you don't sell drugs on somebody else's corner. You don't take money out of their pocket, and if you do, again, you're marked. That's what happened. So then the label would go to Yo Gotti and tell him, we'll elevate you, but you need to take care of so-and-so. And this is how the industry works. Now, of course, Yo Gotti's not going to do that with his own hands. What he's going to go is then he's going to go find the rapper that's just already disgruntled, who's already got a beef with Young Dolph, right? And they pay them, and then they promise them, now you come over here with me under my wing, and we'll move you up. See?
So I mean, when we nail it all down, it still leads back to envy and greed, and I'll get you, and I'll take you out of the game because the people that want you really out of the game gonna elevate me once you're out of the game for me being faithful and putting myself on the line of you losing the game. Is that where we are?
Exactly. That's
okay.
Yeah, and I just got chills. For the listeners, you can ask anything, and everyone should be doing this because everyone can hear God. Everyone can hear God. And to ask while we're speaking if what's being discussed here is true. Ask if it's true. And I'm telling you, I just got chills on that. That's what happened.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Well, here's what I want you to do, Abigail. I want you to give this more thought and more the prayer that you give on this. I want you to do that, and let's do a part 2 to what we were doing. We had to do this several times on the Cheryl Wright situation, and things come to you in a different way. Most of 99% of what you said today, I go along with it. The 1% is the percent that got me over, that has me a diehard when it comes to Raven Winton and the employees of that cookie shop.
I'm gonna work a little more on that, Thaddeus. This is what I think I'm gonna do. What I do is I sit with it and I just stay open, and I ask Jay and Abba to continue speaking to me about what happened that day. And I think what I'm feeling called to do too, I think I'm gonna go over to Makita's. I want to go over to the location, and I just want to sit and I want to look at things and just see what spirit might bring through.
Okay.
But I would like to get to the bottom of that too. And again, that's the one thing that gets me a lot is my naive heart, because I still, even after years of doing this work, and I know you're right, I've seen cases where people will kill someone over $50, $500 over because of a girlfriend, jealousy, like it's ridiculous what people will do, and it's been shocking to me over the years. So I'm going to go sit with that and get past being naive and realize that. And just see what my thoughts are on that, and I would love to do a part 2 on this as well.
Get together and let's get together maybe tomorrow or Saturday and set up a second show for this. Okay?
That sounds perfect.
All right. Thank you, Abigail.
Thank you for having me on.
All right. Thank you.
All right. God bless, Thaddeus. Bye-bye.
That's Abagail Noel. And some of you, as I read these comments, are too fucking disrespectful when you don't know a damn thing. When you're making these speculations. Do I go for everything that Abigail said? No. Okay? Most of it, yes. And you do too. And we will do a part 2 to this particular show. Okay? A part 2. All right. She's worked a lot of cases. And I've worked on cases with her in the past. I believe that she does have a gift. And only God can give you that gift. So, we're going to talk about some other things. But I'm on this case, so, because there is too much in this case. There are too many people that's involved in this case. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. And then we're going to come back with some more.
That you continue to have.
What did I do?
One, paid for by the committee to elect Felicia Johnson, Larry Banks, treasurer. Properly, your pet, or even your life. Well, Perpetuous Insurance Agency, owned by Warren Nixon, is your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Whether you live in Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, Texas, Ohio, or Virginia, and she promises to beat any other insurance company's rate. So whether it's for your car, your truck, your boat, your airplane, your property, your rental property, or your goldfish, you need to call right now. 888-991-3877. 888-991-3877 and get yourself a free quote. One that is also in the real estate business. Call her right now, 888-991-3877, 888-991-3877. Taste a Piece of Peace, located in the food court of the Oak Court Mall. It's where you go to find delicacies that truly feed your soul, and is owned by the true cookie monster, Jennifer Richardson. Taste a Piece of Peace not only specializes in all kinds of cakes, cookies, and pies and other desserts, but has a full menu of delicious soul food. Taste a Piece of Peace has milkshakes and cones that have multiple flavors. Taste a Piece of Peace has done individual catering for such corporations as Federal Express. They're open 7 days a week. Call them at 901-590-2484 or have DoorDash deliver it to you. The best in sweets. Again, 7 days a week. Call them. Area code 901-590-2484. That's 901-590-2484, or have DoorDash bring it to you. We've all heard about sea moss and what it can do to rejuvenate one's body. It contains 92 minerals. It supports a healthy heart, good digestion. It also helps maintain a healthy weight, and there are so many more uses for sea moss. Now, you can order online from Envision Sea Moss. That's right, Envision Sea Moss. Or you probably thought that sea moss only comes in that one bland flavor. Well, Envision has it in natural strawberry, mango, pineapple, elderberry, honey cinnamon, and so many more flavors. Go right now to the website, envisionseamoss.com. Envision Sea Moss ships around the world. Have a more healthier you right now. Go to envisionseamoss.com. 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 Sweetness herself, Tamika Hurd. It's Butterific Bakery and Cafe, located at 488 South Second near Calhoun and behind the Civil Rights Museum. Butterific brings to downtown a bakery full of the most delicious treats you'll find anywhere, such as butter cookies, lemon pound cake muffins, banana pudding, pecan pies, and my favorite, the chicken salad. Oh, it is so good. And if you have missed her salads, look, your mouth is mad at you. And if you can't get to downtown, DoorDash will bring it to you, to your home, or to your office. Go to Butterific Bakery and Cafe, 488 South 2nd near Calhoun, or call 901-207-4618. That's 901-207-4618. It's official. Judge Felicia Corbin Johnson will seek re-election to the Shelby County Circuit Court Division 1 on August 4, 2022. Judge Corbin Johnson wants you to know she has worked hard to serve the legal community and litigants and administer justice in a fair, impartial, and compassionate manner. She is honored to serve as a member of the judiciary on the Shelby County Circuit Court and preside over cases of great importance and consequence. She is duly qualified, well-versed in the law, steady, and has the qualities and ideas that you want in a judge. Judge Corbin Johnson sincerely appreciates and thanks the legal profession, clergy, business, and civic organizations, government officials, and the entire Shelby County community for the support and confidence you have placed in her these 7 years. And she respectfully asks that you continue to have confidence in her as she moves forward to re-election in 2022. Please help re-elect Judge Corbin Johnson, Shelby County Court, Division 1. Paid for by the committee to elect Felicia Johnson, Larry Banks, Treasurer.
Whether you live in Memphis or anywhere in the country, security is an important feature. And that's the reason, whether it's your home or whether it's your business, you need to entrust your security to a company that can get it done just the way it needs to be done. That's the reason I entrust my home security and my business security to Shoney's Electronic Repair. In a city like Memphis, your security, your protection, your life, your safety is very important. Let me tell you one of the features that I really enjoy is being able to take my cell phone, and before I arrive at my house or even here at the church, I can see completely around the building. And that's important, especially for you ladies on your way home by yourself. You can see who's around your house, in front of your house, and even if there's someone on the inside of your house. I'm telling you, Shoney's Electronic Repair is the company that you need to call right now. They also provide monitoring so that if anyone does break into your home or your business, the police is notified immediately. They also have the video doorbell, so when someone pushes your button and goes ding-a-ling, well, you can see them and you can talk to them anywhere in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, if safety is an issue at your home or your business, pick up that phone right now and call Shoney's Electronic Repairs, area code 901-826-6447. That number one more time for your complete safety is 901-826-6447. All right, I'm back. You know, I noticed in reading the comments, some of you motherfuckers are worried about my goddamn business. And you're worried about who advertises with me. First of all, that ain't none of your motherfucking business. The only reason that I come on every day is to make money. Plain and simple. I'm all about my money. Plain and simple. You got motherfuckers out here that do this shit for free. I don't. I make money off of what I do. I sell advertising. And I see some of you motherfuckers worried about butterific being on here. Fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. That ain't none of your motherfucking business. Who advertises with me? You ain't gave me a motherfucking dime. So you can suck out my ass. I get paid for what I do. You motherfuckers are listening. You help me. Every time you come on, you just a motherfucking number that I can take to an advertiser and I say, see how many numbers I got? On Facebook alone, there's been about 15,000 views this week thus far. Thousands on the Facebook. So when I add all these numbers together, close to about 20,000 views. That's what I'm interested in. Butterific, yes, Tamika Hurd is the sister of the people at Makita's who was advertising with me, who has paid me to advertise her business prior to all of this shit. So let me run my motherfucking business. And if you don't like it, stay the fuck off my place. I don't know what their association is. I hear that one set don't like the others. I don't give a fuck. I got paid. Cash. Okay, that's what I do. I get paid. Motherfucker called me today about that dizzy motherfucker Pamela Moses that was on my show last night. A dizzy motherfucker. And I was talking to a friend of mine, Marcus Randolph, because she tried to put him into it. Me and her got to arguing, and I cussed the motherfucking ass out on the air last night. And some nobody in this motherfucking business that don't make no money doing this. They cut out part of the segment and put it on. I don't give a fuck. See, the one thing I understand about these no-name motherfuckers that's doing this, I've been doing this shit 41 years. I was doing this shit when some of them was just a turd in their mama's ass. Fuck you. Do you realize that every time you mention my name on your motherfucking page, that you make somebody come see who I am? Baby, this is about marketing. It's about thank you, you dumb motherfuckers, for helping me make some goddamn money. You bring people to me. When you take your nothing ass page, you use a name like Thaddeus Matthews to get you some numbers. Oh, they gonna look at my page. I said something about Thaddeus Matthews. Thaddeus Matthews don't give a fuck. If you ain't feeding me, financing me, and fucking me real good, you're nasty, kinky, you eating ass, you suck dick, you do all kinds of old freaky shit. I don't give a fuck about you. I ain't your motherfucking friend. This is business to me. This is about making some montees. So all you motherfuckers worried about who advertising. It's about the montees. Investigate is what I do. Many of you know that back in the day, I was a bounty hunter. I found people. I did research on people for a living. I ain't about but one thing when you see me on there, that's money. When you look at 3, 5, 13, 24 and the newspaper, it's all about money. I've been making money doing this for 41 years. I ain't worked for no motherfucker. When I want to take off now, I take off. I'll be off next Thursday night. I'm going to set up in the suite at the Grizzlies and watch the game. I'm about to listen to that. What's the name of that dog thing that y'all said about getting paid? What's the name of it? So I can play it. See if that's gonna become my goddamn theme song. She got mad last night because I don't fall into all that other shit. I'm about the right thing. I ain't about the black thing no more. I ain't about the white thing. I'm about the right thing. And it's time out for all this motherfucking killing in this city. There was no internet 41 years ago. Motherfucker, I didn't say there was no more. I said I've been doing what I do for 41 years, ignorant son of a bitch. Radio, TV. So fuck you. I am a hustler. I can't live over what some of you motherfuckers are satisfied with. $300, $400, $500 a week. Goddamn. No. I live in God's abundance. My lunch cost me yesterday evening $175 at Houston's. This evening $100 at Houston's. I live in the zone that God wants me to be in. And if you don't like who I am, you're a dumb motherfucker for being on the page. I've been out here a long time. So are you jealous that I make money doing this? Do you think I sat here for 2 hours for free? Houston's is a good place to eat. Me and the former mayor is there every day. And I said with the white folk, they got money. And we talk about money, ideas, and things. I'm listening to Nick Rose call in the other day, said that I'm a living legend. I said, well, you know, I guess I am. Please put the living in front of it. I ain't, what the young people say, I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. Is that what they say? I go to Houston's because I ain't got to be worried with no wretched ass niggas with blue hair and green hair and pink hair and that shit can't speak the English language. I go where they gonna wait on me. When security see me pull up, Thaddeus, we got you. They treat me good. But you niggas ought to be tired of all this goddamn killing. I looked at a picture Saturday. While you motherfuckers going out there on a goddamn Black Friday trying to get a goddamn TV screen, trying to get a goddamn game, the white folks taking their children on the gun range. They want to kill your motherfucking ass. They gonna kill your ass. And I tell the white folk, I don't blame y'all. Kill them niggas. If them niggas robbing you, trying to carjack you, kill some of them a bitch. It's time for the playing in our community to stop. No, Denise Larry, ain't nobody got to apologize to me. This is my motherfucking show. I do this show the way I motherfucking want to. This is the way I do it. I can stay on 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or nay an hour at all. I'm going to live my best life. For 6 years, I didn't travel unless I was going on some business. See, here's some motherfucker.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Why are you calling me?
What the hell you gonna do when somebody try to rob your old ass?
I got something right here. For why don't you be the motherfucker that attempt to? Huh?
No, I ain't.
No. Why don't you be the motherfucker that robbed me?
No, ain't nobody gonna.
No. You calling me with that bullshit. Why don't you be the motherfucker that run up on me?
You be strapped.
No. Yes, I'm strapped. My wife's strapped. My daughter's strapped. So if you want to run up on me, motherfucker, run up on me. I'm an undertaker by profession, motherfucker. I love dead folk. So run up on me. Don't talk that shit to me. Run up on me. When you gonna run up on me, man? So I can be ready for you.
I just want to take a picture with you.
No, brother. Some of you niggas, I ain't taking no pictures with niggas no more. Come on and run up. No. You talking that shit to me. You call me as a man. You call that shit what I'm going to do when one of you motherfuckers run up on me? I got it right here in my hand, brother. Okay? Run up on me.
It just was a hypothetical question.
No, motherfucker. Don't ask me no motherfucking hypotheticals like me. Because, see, it makes me think that a punk motherfucker like you want some of my ass, brother. If you want some of me and your mama got a black ass suit, motherfucker, run up on me. Come on.
Ain't nobody gonna run up on you. I respect my elders.
No, apparently you don't. Then you wouldn't have came to me with that bullshit.
No, but you were saying on cracker go kill my black ass. You don't blame them for
Yes, sir. I don't blame the white man. I do not blame the white man for killing one of you sorry motherfuckers. If you robbing somebody, if you steal, I don't give a fuck how educated you're. Goddamn it, I'll bury your motherfucking ass with a goddamn degree. With a diploma, you motherfucker, you. All I said to you, motherfucker, run up on me. Any of you motherfuckers.
I love you, Pastor. Good night.
No, you don't love me, motherfucker. You wouldn't call me as a man with that bullshit.
I got you.
And I got you if you want to run your motherfucking ass up on me. Do you hear it?
That sound like that damn steel in your hand.
Yes, sir. It's that piece of steel.
And you gonna put it on my black ass?
Yes, sir. And I got a Mossberg. I got a Mossberg too.
Oh no, that's a shotgun. My granddaddy got one of them. You know what? I'm gonna get my granddaddy to whoop your ass.
Well, you get your granddaddy dead. How old is that old motherfucker?
He's 64. I think y'all about the same damn age.
Well, goddamn it, he probably don't look as good as me. He probably look like he's 64. He don't look as sexy as me.
He got bad knees though.
Well, I got some bad knees too, but I got a motherfucking finger that this motherfucker, I keep this exercise. I keep this motherfucker here exercise. I used to use this finger all the time with them girls, but this is one I got to use for you young motherfuckers right here. This one right here, this will get your ass right here.
I know it, Pastor, but Pastor, all jokes aside, I just want to let you know, for real now, it's for real now. I appreciate what you're doing, man. You getting the truth out there, for real now.
Well, then don't come to me with the bullshit. Come to me like a man.
I shouldn't ask you no stupid ass question, but hey, I just had to fuck with you. You feel me?
No, you don't fuck with your woman, man. She got a pussy.
I ain't got one, Pastor. These hoes bought money, and I like my money more than I like these hoes.
Well, so you, motherfucker, that means you're a broke ass motherfucker. Why I'm wasting my time talking to you and you ain't got no money? Man,
I make money.
where you work at? I thought Burger King had quit hiring old motherfuckers.
God damn.
These white folk, these white folk ain't playing with y'all ass. Man, I see them on the goddamn gun range. I see the children on the gun range.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm from Georgia. Let me tell you, we out here spending money on PlayStation 5. No crackers got their kids at the gun range. I'm right here in Georgia. You ain't fucking lying.
Yeah, and they buying good guns.
They like they gearing up for war.
And you know what? They mad at us when we go to the gun store. When we go to the gun store, white folk look at us crazy. Because that's another nigga with a gun. But Doc, I wouldn't.
Why I got to be like that, Pastor? Why
I don't know why you got to be that. Cause you're a dumb motherfucker. You just a dumb motherfucker. You're a dumb son of a bitch. You're a helmet wearing slow motherfucker for even coming to me with that bullshit.
Well, you have your good night, Pastor.
Well, you go too. Go play with your mammy and somebody. Don't play with me. Have a good night. Man. Motherfucker ain't got no money and you want to talk to me. What the fuck we gonna talk about? Being broke? I hear motherfucker.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
What's your name?
John?
Your name what?
John.
Your name John?
Yeah, you can't hear me?
No, motherfucker, I wouldn't ask you what your name was. What you want?
Oh, hey, thank you, fat motherfucker. You know you're scared. After you ask that second baby, you see a hit out for your ass coming real soon.
Motherfucker, let me tell you something. Are you still there? Oh, you hung up.
Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Do you know what your name is? Do you know what your motherfucking name is? Apparently not. Let me tell you something. I'm not worried about the hit. I'm in God's care. God called me for such a day as this. Because I do more than pray. I'll shoot. You better know that. And the black community is in the shape it's in. Because next week I hope I can get off of this dolph for a couple of nights so I can talk about the 100 black men in Memphis that stole over $400,000 from a charter school.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Why you keep wasting my motherfucking time? Do you know what your goddamn name is? You just another dumb bitch with 59 children and shit. Bitch, go suck some more dick.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
I don't even talk to them. Any motherfucker I see from Arlington, Tennessee, that's up there where the mental place is. I don't even talk to y'all. I told some white people last night, I don't blame y'all for don't want to drive over there in the black community. I don't either. There was a time that we as black folk in this community, we could strive. We wanted to strive. We wanted to have something. But back to these 100 black men, I'm going to put y'all on check because I'm going to talk about your asses. Bitch, let me give your number out so all these folk can call you Couture Gaines. Bitch, how many children you got, bitch? Let me give y'all this number so y'all can call these people. This bitch here think I'm playing with her. got 59 children. Bitch done spent her whole life getting pregnant. Stupid bitch. And I hear y'all sometime on some of these pages, he used the word bitch. I do. Now, I could give it to you biblically, too. Y'all be some dumb motherfuckers. Just dumb. You want to be dumb. You thrive on being ignorant. Y'all play on this bitch's phone. Let me get her number. Her name Katora. Let me see where the hole's number is. Five 8-7-3474. 901-587-3474. Play on that bitch's phone. It's 901-587-3474. White folk, I'm with you. Let's make some of this money, white peoples. Okay. Let's make some of this money. Yeah. How many children you fathered and didn't claim you was sleeping with the transgender? Well, why don't you call me, Marie Jones? Did I have a baby by you?
Caller.
Now this is oh, they hung up. Why you worry about how many babies I done had? I done fucked a lot of you dumb bitches in my life. So I might have some babies out there that y'all never told me about. Oh, Atlanta, I'm sorry. Okay. So how many kids I got that I don't know about? I don't know. Should have told me. Too late now, goddammit. But I fucked a whole lot of you worthless bitches. Like I said, I'm guilty. I fucked a whole lot of you hoes that wasn't no goddamn good. I just fucked you. That was the only thing you was good for was a fuck. Okay? I used to be like some of these motherfuckers years ago. Thank God that he changed my position. I used to fuck. You motherfuckers wanted to fuck a good looking man like me. Had my own car, had my own money. You wanted to fuck me. I'd fuck you. Get me a rubber, fuck you. Pull it off and come in your face. Fuck you. That's what you meant to me. And for free. If I didn't have time to fuck you good, I'd take you down there. I work for NJ Ford and Funeral Homes there. I'd take you down to Hernando Cemetery on Hernando Road. Take you around to the back. I had a tombstone that was a smooth marble tombstone. I lay your ass out there and fuck you in the graveyard. See, I used to be a low down motherfucker like that.
Call from
Robert.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Robert, ain't you on a woman's phone? Robert?
My phone.
You got a woman's name on it.
I'm on my phone.
But it's got a woman's name on it.
I don't care whose name on it.
So you can't afford to have a phone in your name? It's got to be in a woman's
What?
name? Why your phone in a woman's name?
It don't matter whose name up on it.
Yeah, dude. Because a man's phone ought to be in his name.
I called to have a civilized conversation with you, Pastor. I'm a resident here in Memphis, Tennessee.
That puts you at a disadvantage already. What you want to say?
And I
What you want to say? Because I hear your woman in the background. Tell your woman to shut the fuck up.
I believe, man, you can have a conversation
About
without
what?
hanging up on each other and all of that.
Why?
I got something I really need to tell you, Pastor.
Okay, well, why?
You gonna keep fucking with them white folks, and they gonna bury your black ass.
Well, one of these days, brother, I'm gonna have to get buried. No, I ain't gonna be buried. They're gonna put me in the wall. I don't want to go in the ground.
You the old Uncle Tom.
Do you know who? Wait. You said you want to have a civilized conversation, right?
You the Uncle
Wait a minute. You said you want to have a civil conversation with me. Let me ask you a question, sir. Who was
Them people ain't laughing with you. They laughing at your motherfucking ass.
But I get paid, brother. As long as I can go to the bank in the morning, it's all right.
You for the people. You for your motherfucking self.
I am for myself. I didn't tell you I'm for no goddamn people. I didn't say that. I am for me.
To be guilty so motherfucking bad. You hating on them people, Pastor. What them people did you, Pastor?
You ain't got the evidence that I got, motherfucker. Okay. Now, but let me ask you something. Sir, don't hang up on you. Let me ask you.
I'm asking you a question, motherfucker.
No.
I'm asking you the question.
Oh, you.
That's why you open up the call line, right?
I ain't open up the call line. I'm just letting you stupid motherfuckers talk about. You don't even know who Uncle Tom is.
It's you.
No. Come on, dumb motherfucker. Let me show the world. Show the world how dumb of a motherfucker you are. Who was Uncle Tom?
And I've seen on YouTube.
Come on, brother. I ain't going to even talk to you. You said you wanted to have a civilized conversation. Yes, I'm Uncle Tom. Yeah. I'm Uncle Tom. Now, dumb son of a bitch, go and read Uncle Tom's Cabin by Harriet Beecher Stowe. And you'll find that Uncle Tom was the one that was fighting for the rights of the black people. And there was an old nigga by the name of Sambo. You dumb motherfucker, you. It was Sambo who was the sellout. Uncle Tom. I don't want to talk to you no motherfucker. I want to talk no more. Anybody that call me while I'm talking, I'm finna block you. So you use a statement that black folk been using for years. And you don't know what the fuck you saying. You just using something that you've heard other illiterate, dumb black motherfuckers say. Uncle Tom. And you know what, ignorant motherfucker? I was like you years ago until I started reading and researching. The white folk right when they say, if you want to keep something from a black man, put it in a goddamn book. You niggas don't read. Read the book. And you'll understand why they say reading is fundamental. Because you learn some things. Even if you read your King James Version of the Bible.
Caller. Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Now let me hear something ignorant.
Goodbye.
Oh, I thought you should give me show us how ignorant you are. Some of you, when I look at a man and you got a phone and You can't even get a phone in your name, brother. At 901-467-2897.
Caller.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Please explain to me why you're calling me when I said don't call me while I'm talking. Why are you stupid? Your mama, is all your mama's children as stupid as your ass is?
Man, sit there and sit up.
You know, and let me tell y'all, isn't it strange that my haters are all black men? Motherfucker.
What the fuck is you talking about, Daddy?
You can't even pronounce my name.
What the fuck is you talking about?
You can't even pronounce my name, brother. What's my name?
Nigga, fuck you.
No. See, y'all show white folk exactly how dumb a nigga man can be.
Man, that man said you an Uncle Tom ass nigga.
Okay? I'm proud of that.
Exactly how dumb a nigga.
And you trying to hear yourself. You want to be a star. You want to be as big as me.
That is.
Man, bye. Bye. Black men are the reason that our community is as sorry as it is. And you notice that all these men that are calling me are not young men. They're not teenagers. You're jealous of who I am and what I am, what I have to offer. That's the reason ladies, let me tell y'all something. I don't blame some of you women that love to eat pussy. I don't. I don't blame you for some of you women being lesbians and dykes.
Caller.
This dumb bitch, I'm not going to talk to you, bitch. And I'm going to cut the phone down. Look at this. And white folk that's watching me, and white folk watch me. The reason that your children are laying in them goddamn boxes dead. Flip a fish, you're gone. You're the reason your child dead.
Caller.
You're the reason your child is dead. It's your fault. It's your fault. There is no maturity. It's very rare. You see where white folks go get a gun now? Can you blame the white folk for going to get a gun?
Caller.
Let me just cut this whole goddamn thing off. Okay. Do y'all actually see? Oh, it's 9 o'clock anyway. Do you actually understand y'all gonna have to quit fucking dumb men? You need to know something about his DNA. Y'all fucking motherfuckers whose calm is tainted Touch your neighbor and say, tainted calm. His calm is tainted. And you are allowing him to put tainted calm in your pussy. Some of you as women, you want to be fucked so bad that you are allowing any man to fuck you. And don't understand that he's fucking you mentally. He's fucking up your mindset. So lady, eat some pussy. Find you a woman to love, because a man don't know how to love you. These motherfuckers jealous of me. I'm good looking, I dress well, I'm intelligent, I got my own shit. The woman looks at me and drools and tries to imagine what a night with me would be like. Then she got to look over there at your little sorry ass. And she just shake her motherfucking head. I am going to stay. I don't give a damn what a black motherfucker thinks. And white folk, I am the cussing pastor. So yeah, I cuss. Who listen to him? But he should tell me the truth. Thank you, Veronica. When I go on the radio in the morning, I make women play with their pussies because they're listening to a real man that's saying the manly shit that every woman wants to hear. Here a motherfucker telling me he dressed better than me. Motherfucker, and you call yourself Big Dick Willie. A man with a big dick don't have to announce it, motherfucker. You ain't sure of how big your dick is yourself when you name yourself Big Dick Willie. Motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Somebody asks me, are you going to work with white folk? Yes. Every white motherfucker that wants to work with me. And as long as they don't disrespect me, we all right. As long as the money is green and the check is good, yes. You don't understand that our children, think about it, ladies. This generation of black boys and men are destructive. They're toxic. They don't want to live. They don't want to live, and they don't want you to live. They don't want you to have prosperity and abundance. They will steal and kill from you. But these are the young men and men that's going to be screwing your daughters. They're going to be screwing your daughters, and what do you think your daughters are going to reproduce? They don't want to live. Grown ass men playing on the phone. You just want a man. He ain't got to have shit. You ask him about his goal. The nigga think you're talking about football goal, basketball goal. He does not dream of being successful. He's not motivated. He feels that his greatest accomplishment is fucking you. What I'm saying ain't funny. This is gospel right here. This is something your preachers need to tell you about on Sunday morning. Besides, I ain't answering no goddamn phone, so y'all can quit calling me. I ain't answering another damn nigga. All white folk. He ain't got no health insurance. He ain't got no car insurance. If his ass die, you gotta go get a goddamn GoFundMe. You ain't got no question for me, Dream Hustler. Nigga can't even get cable in his goddamn name. But you know, women, I want you to understand. D'Angelo Johnson, I'm not going to answer your motherfucking call, motherfucker. I don't want to talk to you. But let me tell you, women, a lot of it is your fault because you accept the bullshit. You think that you can change a man. A man cannot be changed because a man already has himself in place. You can't make a man. You can't raise a man. If he's not motivated when he gets with you, if he does not have a plan for your success, if he's not doing what it takes to make you happy, even sometimes when he don't want to do it, he ain't your man. My wife told me this evening, we going to Atlantic City for Valentine's. All I did was say, yeah, we going. Told me in 2 weeks, let's go back to Biloxi. We going. I'm going to live my best life now. I ain't going to give in to none of this dumb black bullshit. So women, if you're a lesbian, it's sad to say, you better off with a woman than a man. Let me show you something else. Let me tell you something about young Dolph's death. Young Dolph was only a man. They have buried Dolph. I don't know who Miss Nellie is. And you dumb some bitches keep calling me like y'all think I'm gonna answer the phone. I don't know who Miss Nellie is. Young Dolph to me was no more than a talented young brother who's done some good in the community. That's where it starts and it ends with me. But I don't think no more about his death than about the 15 different black men that's got killed in this city in the last 2 weeks. It's definitely no more important than theirs. Mothers are sorry that their child is dead. Children are sorry that their daddy, who had no name recognition, they just as sad as the family of young Dolph. Monk, I'm even past it. What the fuck you talking about? I told the Attorney General that I'll do cold cases on my show. Those parents, as hard as I'm working on this Dolph case, somebody asked me, Thaddeus, they got a reward out there on the Dolph case. Would you take it? I said, motherfucker, yes. Yes. I'm not bent out of shape over him dying. I grew up as an undertaker. I've seen a lot of dead people. And ain't no difference in his dead and somebody laying on a cooling board next to him. They are same dead. Same dead. But our hearts have got to be wrapped around every individual that dies in this community. I got more information. And we'll talk about it. We'll talk about that knockoff casket he was in. That was a knockoff. That casket is called a promethium. All of those caskets, and it was made by Batesville caskets. That casket is like a lot of these purses that you all carry. They're knockoffs. That was a knockoff casket. It didn't say Batesville on the end. And if it didn't have Batesville, it ain't promethium. Who playing the services? His mama and dad. N.J. Ford did not have the body at first. And see, I don't tell you what I think. Ed Ford, was the funeral home that the mother of his children selected. Pam and Lee at N.J. Ford went and found the mother and father, who I'm told is on crack. They were the official next of kin. because the children were too young to make any type of decision. And see, I worked at Ford for years, so I know the game. They probably got offered a little something. I know how the offerings go in the funeral business. But when I looked at that casket and didn't see, you got on the foot of every real Phoenician is the baseful casket symbol. No, they were not married. I'm sure he has all of his money for his children. She's in good shape. But legally, the parents, I don't know what's in his will. Fuck, I don't know what is in his will. Okay. But if his parents are living, one of the children would have had to be 18 years old to make the decision. Oh, they spent good money. I would say that funeral was a $100,000 funeral. Easily. They put him in the wall. Okay. They entombed him. Easily 100,000. But he has it. I'm sure the children are going to be very well taken care of. Some people didn't know what kind of casket it was, Sade. They had no idea. I'm blocking some callers. Like Beaumont, Texas. I'm finna block you. They didn't know.
To accept, press 1. Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
I mean, but it really don't make no difference. He didn't know he was in the casket. No way. No. And why do y'all think that was 24 karat gold? Why do you think that that casket was 24 karat gold? And not gold plated? Why do you just keep down? Oh, okay. I thought you would. Let me get over here to the block section. I'm blocking everybody that calls me right now. I'm going in here and just block you. You're hard-headed. And my folks used to tell me that a hard head makes a soft ass. Now that's what my folks told me. The Angel Johnson, Dayton, Ohio. Block. Somerville, Tennessee, 901-424-3897. Block. Beaumont, Texas, 233-7044. Block. There's a crazy motherfucker named Misha. Damn, well, a name like that, you damn sure block. Everybody that calls me now while I'm talking, I'm going to block you. He was raised by his grandmother. And if you walked into a funeral home, you wouldn't know. If the undertaker showed you this 14 karat gold. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. It most certainly is. And it's comfortable, too. But when you get through, he did. Y'all call him your king of Memphis. Ain't my king. He just another black man who fell to the tragedies of death. Let me take care of these people before I go. If you're looking for a job, 2 chicks with a side hustle, they'll help you find legitimate income. Okay? They will show you how to make a full-time income just from your computer. Shelby, Mississippi. Six 398-6448. Block. Okay. If you're looking for a job, I want you to take this number down. The group is called 2 Chicks with a Side Hustle. This is a national organization where if you got a computer or laptop, they can get you a job. Call 901-401-3862. 901-401-3862. The group is called 2 Chicks with a Side Hustle. If you're looking for some weave, and some good weave, Hair Indigo, it's a place for you to go. It's a black-owned business, and their mission is to make sure that your head looks good. They're offering beautiful raw hair that lasts 3+ years with the proper care. Brazilian hair, closures and frontals. That way your great big forehead uh, won't be out. Um, and right now you can get you some 3D mink eyelashes. And they ship weave and wigs all around the country. Call them at 901-930-2335. 901-933-2335. Also, let me tell you about those of y'all that like soul food. And you in the Whitehaven area, why you advertising verses on my show? That gets you gone. Now you can go look at it. Are you looking for a place to dine sumptuously and you like soul food? Then the place to go is Soul Heaven Restaurant and Lodge. They're located at 3254 Elvis Presley. They have everything from chicken pot roast, fish, meatloaf, to chicken and dressing, chopsticks, pork chops, chitlin plates on Fridays and Saturdays. That's what I said. So I'll be better tomorrow. Chitlin plates on Fridays and Saturdays, and dumplings on Sunday. It's the first black-owned soul food drive-through. That's Soul Heaven Restaurant and Lounge, 3224 Elvis Presley Boulevard. They're open Wednesdays through Sundays from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. Give them a call at 901-590-0204. Don't forget Saturday night at the Landers Center. It's the second annual All-White Diamonds and Pearls Masquerade Blues Ball, featuring J1 and Bert Williams. The advance tickets are $25, $30 at the door. This is Saturday night and at the Landers Center. To purchase tickets in advance and your VIP tables, call 901-633-4943. 901-633-4943. Okay, and my last one is another black man who has a business that's going to help you with your utilities. If you own the house, you got to own the house. If the price of high utilities is getting you down and you're having to rob Peter to pay Paul to make sure that you and your family stay warm this year, well, you need to call and get yourself some generic PW cell. What it does, it fully generates your home by solar battery storage. And with the PW cell, it is easily to power your home, save you money, and prepare you for power outages. Batesville, Mississippi, you're getting blocked. I'm just tired of ignorant ass black people. Okay. So call them if you want to save on your utility bill at your house. Then call this company. Call the guy's name is Fredman Henderson. Call him at 662-812-3181. Okay? All right, I'm finna go. I'm tired of y'all, and y'all probably tired of me. And but we've got to do better. That's all I know to say to you. That's all I know to say to you. We must do better. But are you willing to make the change? See out. I'm blocking you. I told y'all, don't call me. Okay. Big Head Fred, are you getting any calls off of this advertising? And have you heard your radio Spider-Man Junior Brown doing your commercial morning? Show is that, Matthews. I sure is doing it in the morning time. Because I be wanting I had to get some of that solar stuff for my house. Sure did. Uh-huh. Yeah. Them damn utility bill couldn't pay my goddamn pension. Well, you know your week is up tomorrow, brother. You had all last week and you done had this week. Your 2 weeks is gone. We need to talk, brother. Hit me up in my inbox when I go off there. Because tomorrow your last day. You had all last week and you had all this week. You got your 2 weeks for the $100. Mm-hmm. So hit me up in the inbox, brother. All right. I am gone. I am gone. I am gone. And if your phone is ringing off the hook, brother, that means that the advertising is working. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a plum pleasing pleasure to be here with you. We're going to put on the Beale Street. And I'm gone. I'll see y'all in the morning on the radio. In other words, and if you...
That is Matthews. You know, the history of Beale Street is entrenched in black culture. This used to be the mecca of black entertainment in the Memphis and Mid-South area. But some years passed by, and this street became a wasteland. Tumbleweeds were everywhere. In 1968, after the death of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Memphis suffered from white flight. Whites no longer wanted to be a part of this history. This history was not important to whites anywhere. So they all left. And this land right here, this property that we're on right now, became nothing. No one wanted to be down here, whites or blacks. In 1973, a group of black business people invented the corporation, Beale Street Development Corporation, which was the only black corporation in the state that did and has done what the Beale Street Corporation done. This is a street that grosses over $50 million per year. 7 million people a year visit this street. In 1973, a group of blacks got together and said, we need to do something about Beale Street. We've got all of this history that has taken place on the street, and the city of Memphis is just letting it go. It looks like an ancient day Dodge City. Tumbleweeds, trash everywhere, no revitalization. So this particular group decides that we are going to go to the city and see if the city will revitalize Beale Street. Well, we had a white mayor back in those days. His name was Wyatt Chandler. Wyatt Chandler was one of the good old boys. They went to Wyatt and said, Wyatt, we want to bring back black history to Beale Street. Ha ha ha, he laughed at them. We ain't got no money for you, black folk. We have no money to revitalize Beale Street. If y'all can get the money, then we'll do something. These black people were not discouraged. They went back and forth to Washington, D.C. They were granted $23 million to revitalize Beale Street. In today's funds, that would be $230. The white folk were totally amazed. Wyatt Chandler was totally amazed. Here these Negroes were able to go and do what the city of Memphis could not do. Well, you got $23 million, but the city of Memphis owns the property. Beale Street Development Corporation has a 52-year contract. They have the master leases on all of the property on Beale Street. The FedEx Forum could not have been built. The Western Garage, the Western Hotel could not have been built. The Benchmark Hotel downtown Memphis could not have been built without the signature of Randall Catron, the president, the former president of the Beale Street Corporation. We'll come back to Randall in just a minute. When the Beale Street Development Corporation was able to acquire the $23 million for the revitalization of Beale Street, it upset white folk in Memphis. The white mayor, Wyatt Chandler, said, "You good Negroes don't know what to do with $23 million. You don't know how to handle $23 million. So we're gonna get one of our good white boys to manage you good Negroes." And that's where a guy by the name of John Elkerton comes into play. John Elkerton, who was a clerk, became, quote unquote, the white man in charge. He became the one that made sure that the Beale Street Development Corporation never received its funds. Now remember, the Beale Street Corporation owns the master leases to the entire property. Nothing can be done on Beale Street, nothing can be built on Beale Street without the signature of the Beale Street Development Corporation. The agreement back at that time was $15,000 per month and a percentage of all of the lease money and the money that was raised on Beale Street. Remember, now, in 2021, there is over $50 million per year that comes on the street, a visitorship of $7 million. Well, guess what? The black corporation that was able to go to Washington, D.C. and bring in the $23 million has never been paid. Not one dime has been paid to the Beale Street Development Corporation. I find it very strange that here we are in a city that is over 80% black, has a black majority city council, had a black mayor for over 20 years, and no black politician wants to see black folk and the Beale Street Development Corporation treated fairly. You know, the city of Memphis, with its black leadership, the Black Lives Matter, and all of our activists have not acted upon the fact that a black corporation here in Memphis that went and acquired millions of dollars has not been treated fairly. Not one dime has been given to this corporation that is due them. The Beale Street Development Corporation has spent thousands of dollars in lawsuits, and the administration laughs at this black corporation. In fact, several years ago, I went with Randall Catron before the Memphis City Council. Oh, they act as though they didn't know what was going on. They didn't know the history. After we told them the history, they still did nothing. The city of Memphis, they used every trick in the book to make sure that the Beale Street Development Corporation has not been paid. Do you realize that with a majority black city council, that they could eliminate all lawsuits right now. And let me tell you just how bad and how treacherous the leadership of Memphis has been. It was found that John Elkerton, the white man that was put over the good Negroes to make sure that there was no misappropriation of money, because they didn't think that black folk knew what to do with $23 million. It was found out when a forensic audit was done that John Elkerton had misappropriated millions of dollars, had spent millions of dollars around the country to try to create other Beale Streets. Well, what happened? There was a lawsuit. One black mayor gone, then you got an interim black mayor. The interim black mayor says, oh, we can't do that to the white man. We've got to make sure that the white man is protected. So what did they do? They gave him a parade. He wanted to leave Beale Street. So they gave him a parade, key to the city. Oh, Mr. White Man, you such a good white man. We ain't gonna let the Negroes jam you up. Well, he's gone. So what do you do now when he's gone? They still want the leases. That's where the importance is. It's in the leases to Beale Street. Let me show you how treacherous this administration under Jim Strickland is. Let me show you how treacherous this city is under black leadership. You know, the same black leadership that wants to be reelected, the same black leadership that comes to the black community and says, vote for me and I'll set you free. Randall Catron passed on a few years ago. It was Randall Catron's signature that was needed. So they say, we've got to get him before he died. We've got to get his signature before he died. They had an attorney, Beale Street Development Corporation had an attorney by the name of John Candy, another one of the good old boys. John Candy, on the deathbed of Randall Catron, went to his room and forged Randall's signature on paperwork giving up Beale Street. Mrs. Catron, who is now the president of the Beale Street Development Corporation, spent the necessary funds to make sure that the signature was checked, and it was found out that it was a forgery taken before the city council, proven that it was a forgery, and the black city council people said, oh well. The big question, and what this commercial or semi-documentary is all about, is why this black corporation that went and got $23 million, that's worth $230 million now, who made sure that there is a FedEx Forum. And I told Randall and I were friends, Randall, I wouldn't give him a damn thing until I got my money. But Randall was better than me. The Grizzlies are able to play because of Randall Catron and the Beale Street Development Corporation. People are able to stay in the Westin Hotel because of Randall Catron and the Beale Street Development Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen that are viewing this, the biggest question is, why hasn't the FBI got involved? Why hasn't the black leadership of Memphis stood up and said, this is wrong, this organization has been wrong, Randall Catron was wrong? Why hasn't the city of Memphis and the black leadership of this city, who have found out that the city administration made sure that there is a forgery that they have, and they're fighting it. The city of Memphis knows that the signature was a forgery, but they still want to spend millions of dollars of taxpayers' money to make sure that the legacy of the Beale Street
Development Corporation becomes a non-factor. Ladies and gentlemen, the city of Memphis has stolen millions from the Beale Street Development Corporation. Your tax dollars are being wasted because you're not getting the benefit of what Beale Street is all about. So here's what I urge you to do. Ask your black politician that's running for office, running for re-election, that wants to run for another office, why the hell should we vote for you? Why should we want you as a black politician in office and you serve only the white man's agenda?